Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Cher. Today's video is going to be a video tutorial on my brows. For some reason, most of my brow products have become Benefit. I don't know how that happened, but it is what it is. I'm obviously not sponsored by them by any means, but I just love their stuff and they make my brows look good, so that's what we're going to do. Also, if you didn't see my last video, which was where I've been struggling with mouth ulcers. It's not a dental thing. I've been to the dentist. They couldn't find a cause, so I think it's a gut thing. So I've got a doctor's appointment next week, and hopefully we can figure out what's going on with my body, because honestly, it's getting ridiculous at this point, and I'm sick of it. I'll leave all of that health stuff for another video. Right now I'm gonna zoom you in, get real close, and we can get started on my brows. Okay, so first I'm gonna use my Precisely brow pencil to just brush my brows into the shape that I want them to be. I can't deal with my hair being in the way. Let me push it back. Oh, much better. Okay, so the first product I'm going to use is my Benefit Brow Styler. This is really interesting. So on one end it has like a wide tip pencil crayon. Just looks like this. And then on the other end, this end is so weird. It's like a brow powder, but it's in this like dipstick form. Dipstick. But we're gonna go in with the crayon side of that first, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to go underneath my brow to just get that shape going. So I just use like light feathery motions, just following this shape of my brow. And then I'm also gonna push up into my brow as well. And you can see that's already given me a lot of definition, and I haven't really had to do too much. Now I've got a like bald patch in my eyebrow like right there, so I'm just gonna get into that spot. Yeah. And we're gonna go down this corner now. The end of the brow. I'm just following it to the end. We will probably carve around the outside as well. We just want to make sure that's nice and straight and precise. Now, if you look straight on, massive difference already in terms of how much structure it's given my brow. But I do like to go into the top part of my brow here as well and just quickly fill that in as well, because I do have quite a sparse top eyebrow. I'm just going to bring that forward and fill in that front section of my brow just a little bit more, and brushing through again with my spoolie. Now if you like a more natural brow, you can stop here, but I am going to show you my next step, which is actually going in with that powder. So this is really going to deepen up the brow and give it a little bit more pizzazz, and because it's very like pointed end, it actually works incredibly well. So I'm just going to fill in the end of my brow and just make sure that is nice and dark. Sorry about my phone, I left it right next to the mic. Just filling that in, and that's given it a nice ombre effect. And just brushing. I think I've made it too heavy up the top here, so I just need to straighten it out with the powder, just to give it a bit more structure. And that's it, really. I'm just going to go back in with that crayon and fill in any like gaps that look like they need to be filled, which is along the top here. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my MAC 248 brush. This is the brush that I typically use to like cut my creases. And I'm just going to load up the tip of the brush only. That just makes sure I don't put too much product down when I'm trying to carve my brows. And I'm just using a matte concealer as well. And then I'm just gonna blend that out with a fluffy brush, the concealer, and just make sure that there's no harsh edges and that it's all nice and smooth. And that bottom section of my brow is now fully shaped. And I just need to go around the top now. Same thing, I'm just going around where I filled, just straightening it all off and just making sure that I have a nice curve at the top of my brow here. And that it goes down into that shape nicely. And if I see any spots where it's not exactly straight and I've missed putting product, I'll just go back in with it, and then that's it. If you do find you're quite sparse in the front, I sometimes like to draw little hairs with precisely my brow pencil and just draw those nice and straight through the front section of the brow. Just be careful not to go too hard because it can make the front quite dark. And I still want that to be quite light. And then for my final step, I love going in with the 24-hour brow setter. And I don't know, I've just been really loving like fluffy brows. So I'm going to just lay this product in my brows first to just really load it up, because I find if you don't do that, it doesn't stick as well. And then I'm going to use that on this brush. There's like a longer section and a shorter section, and I'm just going to use that longer section to brush up and make this really, really fluffy, and it'll just sit. Just going back through with my spoolie after it's kind of dried up a little bit, and just making sure that it is pressed in place and not looking like too crazy, but I just want it to look extremely like fluffy. I feel like I need to trim these, but I don't trust myself, so. Okay, so that's one eyebrow done compared to the other. Just so much more structured, looking more voluminous and full and fluffy. And it does look really intense without makeup on. But if you watch my last video, towards the end I have a full face of makeup with my brows. Alright, I'm going to do my other brow and then I'll film my outro. Okay guys, that is what both brows look like filled in. I am obsessed with this brow routine I've been doing recently. I just love how voluminous and full they look, and it just, I mean, it looks a little bit intense now, but when I have a full face of makeup, this is what I rock. I normally would not leave the house with just brows done. I'm too lazy to, if I'm not wearing makeup, I just won't wear makeup, so but this is how I do my brows whenever I'm going out, or I don't know, I just feel like I need a brow day. So I'm about to head off to the hairdressers. If I have time, I'll pop back on here to show you what I look like with a full face of makeup. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. Remember, if you did like this video and want to see more from me, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. That'll keep you updated when I post. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.